Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, all my good people out there. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host, Trend Genius, and we are back in here on another day. Well, actually, another Thursday. Man, do y'all realize that it's episode 19, man? We've been at this for 19 days. Man, it doesn't seem 19 days ain't a lot, but God, it seems like I don't know, man. I don't, it's a trip, man. It's like don't seem like a lot, but then it's like, man, we've been at this for a little bit, man. It's really, really cool, really, really, really cool. Um, Good morning to everyone, man. Let's see here who we got. Morbid Drifter, good morning. Mr. Cologne, good morning. Jedwar, yo. J Royal, Double M, what's up, my guy? Taylor Pruitt, hey man, Taylor Pruitt. I wanted to say this, man. Have you guys seen his has anyone seen Taylor Pruitt's avatar? I just thought it was super super sweet, super cool. Got his I believe that's your daughter on there or whatever. Super dope, bro. I saw it for the first time yesterday. Um and I was just like, "Oh, that's I love it. I love it. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it." I had to say something. It was on my mind. It was on my mind. I was like, man, I got to make sure I shot this brother out. Let him know, man. I love the avatar. Avatar is fire, bro. I love it. I love it. I love it. Soak It Insider, good morning. Kaz, good morning. Ray, good morning. Bodovan, good morning. Alec, Bazina, good morning. Jerome, good morning. Yeah, got the princess on there, bro. Fire, fire. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, look, I'm gonna say this too. Um, I want to talk to her, man. I want to see if she know what some stop losses and some and some entries are, man. I want to hear her talk about the 8% line and everything too, man. But nah, that's super fire, bro. I love it, and I just wanted to make sure that I said that, bro. Super fire, bro. Super fire. That's our next little trader up and coming. That's what's up, man. Super Spaceman, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, Jerome. You in the right place, bro. Yeah. Hey, look, we knew too, bro. It's been 19 days. 19 days, man. We're fresh too, brother. So everybody in here is, is they've been riding and Shy, good morning, good morning. Everybody been riding, bro, and we just, we're trying to make the best of it. This is a platform here to, you know what I mean, to get us to the next level in between being a beginner and ready to show up on the charts and start trading. Like that's what this is live is about. We do some, we do some trade breakdowns and I do some call outs. I'm not call out heavy just at the moment. We're gonna get there, but we're building right now. You know what I mean? We're building right now. We're building on psychology and discipline and risk management and all those things like that. As I stated, that's gonna get us ready to get get you ready to be on the charts, have your chart set up, know what's going on, know what you're looking at. You're not guessing about anything, and you're ready to rock. Absolutely, Double M. We a family now. No, not I'd say. Like you're right. Like we're a family now. Period. You don't even have to say I'd say. Like we're a family now. Exclamation! 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 Like everyone in here is. We all are a part of the Trade Genius family. Even myself. That's why it's Trade Genius and Trend Genius. I'm just the host, but Trade Genius is the community, and no one's bigger the community, not even myself. We are all in this together, and I can't stress that more. But yeah, man, how's everybody feeling this morning? Crazy news day yesterday. How's everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? I want to know how y'all feeling, man. Y'all feeling good, refreshed, ready to show up on the charts? There we go. Double M, that's what's up. Absolutely. We are a family. Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Mr. Cologne, that's what's up. Just signed up for the funded this morning too as well, my brother. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ray, absolutely, brother. Amen to that. No doubt. No doubt. We're on this ride together, man. We will all get to that place. We just gotta just stay rocking. Doing good. How's the foot? Foot's doing good, man. Swelling has been going down and more. What's so crazy? Like now my foot has been very receptive. So like when I'm on the live stream, it's hard for me to have my foot up because I'll be turned to the side. So I just, keep it down. I have a pillow underneath my desk that I rested on. But when I get done with the live stream and I go sit on my sofa and put my feet up for about 45 minutes, man, the swelling goes away like just that quick. Like no pain, no nothing. Like we there. We're a day less of 2 weeks of coming all the way out of the boot. And I've been doing some good walking on it. So we're good, man. But thanks for asking, brother. We're good. Ray said he's feeling great. How are you? I'm not bad, bro. I'm feeling good. Just became a member to the Edge Funder this morning. Got the 100K account. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up, man. Welcome. You're in a good place. You're in a good place. For real. So man, that's good. Thank for any of the new folks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Give me them free likes. Don't take none but a couple of clicks. That's all I ask, and I take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? There we go, Miss Empress. Thank you. Absolutely, it's good. I have no complaints. Like for this good. What we got? We have. I'm gonna say this right because I don't want to butcher no names. Elena, I want to say it's Elena. If I'm wrong, correct me. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this ride. You are in the right place. Not so good. Lost 500. Network on TEF was buffering, but thank good for no maximum. Absolutely. And just remember, man. We talked about this. A non-profitable trade is. Remember, we consider it as a business expense. Shy, just to let you know, like a non-profitable trade is merely only a business expense. Remember, trading is our business, and that's how we treat it. Nice, I got it right. That's what's up. Elena. I want to make sure because my sister Chrissy, I was butchering. I'm calling her Chris and all kind of stuff. Lord have mercy, but that's all right. She got me together, and we're good now. So, but yeah, going back to what you stated, Shy, like it's all good. We're not going to win every trade. And whenever we have a non-profitable trade, we consider that as a business expense. It's not a loss. It's a business expense. Trading is our business. And if you have a business, you got to pay some kind of bills, right? Something. If you have brick and mortar, you got to pay some lights. You got to pay for the cleaning crew to come in. You got to pay for your products, whether that's labels, jars, whatever it is you're selling. If you're providing a service, there's always some business expense that you have to pay. Period. When it comes to our business. So when it comes to our non-profitable trades, we consider those a business expense. So you're good. $500. $500 is not a lot of money. To be non-profitable on a trade, at least it's not $1,500, right? It's not over $1,000. You have to look at that from that perspective. So that tells me that just right off, you were disciplined enough you kept your risk low. That's how we win in trading, right? By keeping our risk low. What you got, Alex? Alex said, I got the 50K account, but haven't acted yet. Getting ready to start my funded journey. Yeah, when you are ready. No, Shy, we cannot connect directly to TradingView yet. Right now, you trade on the TradingView charts through the TEF dashboard. So the next, how would I say, the next phase of that, we will be able to log into a broker on TradingView, and then we'll be able to trade our TEF accounts on TradingView that way. So I suffered a heavy loss yesterday. Hey. It happens. You just gotta. What we have to do is we have to make sure that we are, like I said, we're keeping our risk low, and we're making sure that we're taking, the right trades, and making sure our stop losses are not too wide, and making sure that we're not over leveraging. That everyone should be trading micros. No one should be trading minis. Literally, I've been doing this for 2 years, and I don't even trade minis. I trade micros. Seriously, and I know most of the people here are beginners, or just new to trading. I just say just new to trading. I think that's a better way to put it. We all should be trading micros, literally. No minis, micros, and you can eat off micros. So don't think in your mind, oh, the money moves too slow. Okay, it moves too slow when you're making money, but it also moves too slow if the trade goes against you. So keep that in mind. That's why we trade micros, so we can control our losses. You know what I mean? And control those non-profitable trades, control our risk, control our leverage. So Micros, everyone, please, micros. Just hit 1 to 2 MNQ sales, HSS 170 in 2 minutes. Great start to the day. Absolutely soak it, Insider. That's dope, bro. That's good stuff. All right, we have 5 minutes before the market is opening. Let's jump to some news. Let's get there now. Let's jump to some news. Let me get that up. All right, so we can talk about the day yesterday. So, news today. For everyone that's new, this is a very great tool. I advise everyone to get this tool. Go to forexfactory.com, right where you see my mouse, forexfactory.com. You can open up an account. It's free. Yes, we will, brother. Absolutely, Kaz. Yes, yes, yes. Elena says she joined yesterday with a 50K account. Nice. Thanks for coming. What about a micro and a mini? We'll get there. But you want to be trading micros. We'll get there. Let's jump into news. So here we are Thursday. We're going to get into Wednesday. Here we are Thursday. But as I was stating, everyone should have this forexfactory.com. You should have this up on your chart, and you should have it somewhere saved, either in your bookmarks toolbar or somewhere in your regular bookmarks. But this should be saved. You can open an account. It's free, but you need this. This is a tool. You need this. This is not something that you can kind of have it, or you need it. This will keep you up on news that's going on every day. Remember, in trading, we need tools. Trading is a financial skill. Think about any skill that someone would do, any skill that someone would attain or do in the world. They all have to have tools to be able to complete their skill, or work at their skill, how would I say, proficiently. This is a tool. We need this. So everyone, you should have this, Forex Factory. So Thursday, we had pretty much a lot of overnight red folder news, and we'll go to the charts, and we're going to correspond these times so we can look at that. But today we have unemployment claims that popped in at 5:30 a.m. I'm on the West Coast, you guys. So because I'm on the West Coast, my times reflect on West Coast. But if you think about New York Open, they're 3 hours ahead. So this actually happened around 8:30 New York time. Really didn't have no impact on the market. We'll get to there, and then everything else is pretty much nothing after that. Let me refresh this. So next news event is home sales, orange folder. For those that are new on the call, red folder, of course, would be the most highest alert. You want to be careful when there's red folder news. You do not want to be trading during red folder news. If you have any prop firm account, whether it's TEF or even another prop firm, you always want to make sure that you are out of a trade. With TEF, it's 5 minutes before and after that news. Some other ones are 1 minute before, during, and after. So you just got to read the rules and check. But remember, do never be in a trade when we're having red folder news. That will breach that rule, the no trading during news, and that will blow your account. So just keep that in mind. What's up, Julio? Yeah, thank you, Soaking Insider. Yeah, thank you, brother. Take care of that. Take care of that for me. I appreciate that. All right, so yesterday, we had a crazy news day. We talked about this yesterday, excuse me. We had crazy news day yesterday. As you can see, all this red folder, and the earlier portions of the news around this, like this 5:30 right here, core PPI, and then core PPI we had, that's our news. We never have to really worry too much about Canadian, Europe, China. That's usually for overnight session. Does it really affect us? Not really. Their markets don't really, Canada's market doesn't really affect us. But yeah, so we didn't have too much volume come in on PPI, but we had a lot of volume that came in on FOMC. FOMC is like a really, really, truly big day, huge news day. Out of all the news that we can go through, FOMC is big, and then we'll go to the charts and we'll correspond that. So market is getting ready to open in like 2 seconds. So we'll check that, see how market opens. Does anyone notice anything different about my charts? Because I had a couple of my brothers came on here yesterday and they blasted me. Good morning, sis. How you doing, sweetie? Good morning, hon. Thanks for topping in. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. Shout out to my sis at Canary. Got her first payout on the future side. go on with your bad self. And it was like 1,500. That's what's up. Now my sister has milked pretty much all the markets. We already know in crypto. Excuse me. We're not going to even talk about that. Crypto, she's a beast. Turn my mic down. I'm getting a little back noise. Crypto, she's a beast. So that market she kills. Options, she gets her money in options, and she also gets her money in now she's getting her money in the futures market. So shout out to you, sis. That's amazing. I knew you could do it. There was many times that she would hit me up on the side and be like, bro, like, man, I get right there and then I be getting ready to get my payout and I blow my account. And I'm like, I've been there. I know how that is. I know how it is. But I'm going to be honest with you. I told her this and I'm telling y'all this. I never, ever thought that she wouldn't. To be honest with you, I'm going to keep it 100. I didn't even think it would take her this long. And that's not to disparage her. That's just because I know how much a beast in trading that she is. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a killer. Like I already went on a little tangent on her and her crypto trading, like ultimate beast, like wilder beast, Godzilla beast, Hulk beast, like whatever beast you bring me, she's that and then some in crypto. So shout out to you. I already knew you had it in you. I mean, I'm happy for you, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, you're a beast. There we go, Chrissy. You must have heard me talking about you. I was talking about how bad I was butchering your name the other day and talk about how you got me together. But nah, but seriously, sis, shout out to you, man. That's awesome. I know that's a great feeling. Cause I've been there. Man, I remember having put like this, y'all. I ain't gonna get into it, but I'm gonna say this. When I first got into trading, I was trading my first prop firms that I was trading was Apex. I was trading 20 at a time. I would pass them and I would get right there to getting my first payout. And I blew 20 accounts 3 times. I blew 60 PAs, meaning they were already evals passed. I was right there to getting a payout and I blew them 3 times, 60 PAs. You talking about some pain, but it is what it is. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have that experience, but it happens to all of us. So it's nothing normal. It doesn't mean you suck or anything like that. If that happens to anyone, just keep that in mind. We're just all a work in progress, period. So just kind of going back to the charts, what we got? I want to make sure. Good morning, y'all. Just signed up with a 150K account yesterday. Let's go. That's what's up, man. Let me see. Make sure I say your name correctly, my brother. Is it Elamite? I hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, please let me know. I want to make sure I say everybody's name correctly. That is a big deal for me. I don't want to butcher no one's name. Karate 357. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for that Grand Risings to pop up. Karate 357. Good morning, brother, in the building. So anyone that was here yesterday where I got roasted by some of my brothers about my charts, about my reversal zones and yada, 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 because my chart was looking bare. All right. Anybody notice anything different today about my charts? Do you see anything, some different things going on? Yes, I went and did my reversal zones. I did my reversal zones and put everything back on my chart because remember we changed contracts. But yeah, man, for everyone that's new, I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Let me get them free likes. It doesn't take you nothing but a couple of clicks. It's all free. That's all I ask, and I'll take care of the rest. Good morning, Natalie. Thanks for tapping in. That Ty back in the building. That's what's up. Good to see you. But yeah, so yesterday, well, let's talk about what's going on right now. Market opened off of news day. It's Thursday. We did have some news at 5:30. And if you go back, let's see here. 5:30 was right in here somewhere because I remember the candle. Yeah, it was right about here. Right here somewhere. Bam. Yep, it was this candle right here. So just to let y'all know, the blue candles would be your green candles. My white candles would be your red candles. So I just kind of switched my chart up a little bit. How do you change contracts? You would go here, double M, and then you would go hit this plus sign. And then if you go to, we'll go, because we're on MNQ. So we're going to expand this. And then as you can see, all the contracts are here. So remember, we change contracts 4 times on NQ, 4 times a year, and they're all designated by months. So this is where we are now. We're on MNQ, M, contract M. We were on MNQH. That was March. March was our last. It always gives you the last month when the contract is going to expire. And it doesn't expire at the end of the month. It's always around the 16th to the 18th. 17th is usually like the day, but it's always right around that time. So just think today is the 19th, right? So we changed contracts 2 days ago, which was the 17th. A lot of times you'll get a notification letting you know that contracts are rolled over. On your TEF dashboard, you don't have to worry about doing this manually. It does it for you automatically. So don't even worry about it. You don't have to change anything or do anything like that on your TEF. When you purchase your TEF accounts, it's automatically done for you in the system. The system does it. So don't worry about that. Now, if you're trading on TradingView, because you got some other stuff going, on some other prop accounts, your live account, you do have to change it yourself. Very easily, just the way I stated. Go here, hit the plus sign. This box will pop up. It'll look like this. Everyone should be on mini, so you're looking for MNQ, which is everyone should be on micros. Everyone should be on micros. So you're going to look for MNQ. It says micro, E, mini, Nasdaq. So we're looking for micros. Just click that down, and it'll let you know already with the contract that you need to be on. And so we're on M. And then in the middle of June, around June 17th, we're going to roll over contracts again, and we'll be on MNQ. U. We'll be on contract U. And around September 17th, going to roll over contracts again, and then we'll be on MNQZ. And that'll take us to the end of the year. And then around December 17th, December 18th, we're going to change contracts again, and we're going to jump back to MNQH. As you can see, it doesn't change. The letters don't change, and the months don't change. The only thing that changes is the year, as you can see that. So it's always HMUZ, HMUZ, and it just keeps going like that. So, and you always want to trade on the current contracts, because if you're trading on the older contracts, price is different. Yep. Real simple. Real simple. So right now, price not really doing too much. We are below the 8% line. For everyone that doesn't have this on your charts, put this on your charts. 2, 4, 6, 9, 7, 25. Just make a line on your charts and put that on there, and put 8% line. If you can put text in there, fine. If you can't, you already know what it is. It's 24, 6, 9, 7, 25. And for those that don't know, we'll talk about that. I've talked about that in some previous episodes. I'm gonna type it in right now. 24, 6, 9, 7, 25. This is the 8% line. Bam. All right, it's in there. 24, 6, 9, 7, 25. Put that on your chart. That needs to be there. And I know you may not understand. For people that are new, we'll get there. Just put it on your chart. We will get there. All right, cool. So prices. The 2026 one is 25. Oh, it's 28,511. Let me see here. Let me get up there. 28,511. Let me just make sure. Should be 28,511. 28,511. Yep. 28,511 is the 2026 8% line. Thank you for my aha moment yesterday. Realized that I've been sizing my trades incorrectly. Need to stick to my 3% risk per trade no matter what. Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. And you guys can put this one on your chart too, since we're here. I'm going to type it in. Just put it on your chart and just leave it there. It's 28,511. And this is the 8% line for 2026. All right, boom, and it's there. What do we type in for symbol search? Or if you're doing symbol search, just type in, make sure you're on futures. Yeah, make sure you're on futures. And then you could just put in, you can put in MNQ. Just put in MNQ. You don't have to worry about the date and all that. I mean, the contract and all. If you put in MNQ, it'll pop up down here and it'll pretty much kind of auto populate for you. But MNQ, that's what you want in your symbol search. But make sure it's on futures, not stocks, not funds, not Forex. Make sure you select the futures right here. So it'll pull up all the futures pairs. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, Matt. No problem, brother. Easy way to reset your chart. Right click, hit reset chart view, and it takes it right back. But for some reason, see how this little A is in there? It like locks your screen. Like I can see I can't move my screen up and down. I don't know why it does that. It does that. And then you just do that to unlock it. All right, let me get back to the proper contracts right here. So I want to show you guys something, why it's so important to change contracts. All right, this is the new contract right here. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, no, I don't see my strategy popping up. All right, cool. So who, me? No. Oh, you stole my thumbnail? Did I? Uh-oh. We got my brother in here, Juvier in the chat. I stole your thumbnail, bro? Which one? If I did, it was all, I needed to. It works. If I did, it works, bro. If I stole it, it works. I'll say, oh, I'm in trouble now. That's what's up. Hey, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in, Juvier. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tapping in. I definitely appreciate you tapping in, man. That makes me feel good, you just being here, honestly. Seriously, your presence makes me feel good just being here, bro. I appreciate you, as always. It's my brother. So where was I at? Oh, so I'm going to show y'all something. So this is the new contracts we're on, right? I'm going to go so look at where price is. Price is at 24,435. So I'm going to go to the old contracts. Look at where price is, 24,270. See how there's a difference in price? That's why it's very important to always change your contracts. Price tends to jump. It tends to jump up 200, 300, 400 points. There's really no rhyme or reason, meaning like there's no factual amount of points that it changes, but there is a change. So this is the old contracts. This is H, as you can see. This is M, and you can see the difference in price. Like I said, on the old contracts, we're at 24,218. New contracts, we're on, we are at 20. It's about a 200 point difference here. It could be different. I've seen a 500 point. I see a 300 point. I've seen a bunch of differences. Trent, you from the West Coast? Did you see that incredible Luka performance last night? It was bananas. Hey, bro, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I did check it out because I was up early this morning. Yeah, he did his thing. Luka did his thing. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in LA. I'm in LA. Yes, I am. I'm definitely in LA. But yeah, I mean, the boy can ball, man. He's a baller. No more I can say. Being a three-sport athlete, playing basketball, football, baseball, like I can tell you, like he's a baller. What you got, Kaz? Kaz said I'm out with a dub, one and done. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, one and done. That's one of our mottos. One of our trade genius mottos. It's for all of us. One and done, meaning one win or one profitable trade. I say wins, and you'll hear me say win and loss. Or wins and losses, but that's just for the sake of how would I say that's just conversational talk. But in the sake of from a trading perspective, it's profitable and non-profitable. Because remember, this ain't no game. We ain't winning. We ain't losing. I may say, like I said, wins and losses from a conversational perspective, but from a trading perspective, it's definitely profitable and non-profitable. So. On our profitable trades, we're one and done. On our non-profitable trades, we're one and done. That's how you keep your account safe. And that also, being one and done prevents a lot of things. Being one and done when you're profitable, excuse me, being one and done when you're profitable prevents you from going back into the market and losing those, giving those profits back to the market. We don't want to do that. Whatever we take from the market, we want to keep it. We want to hold on to it. We want to bank it. One and done. I don't care if it's 100, 1,000, it doesn't matter. It's not about the amount of money. Remember, one of our family members, one of our TradeGheenyuz family members in here told us, he said this about a week ago without prejudice. It's stuck in my head. Any amount is enough. Any amount is enough. I don't care what the amount is. Any amount is enough. Don't get in your head about, oh, it needs to be 300. It needs to be, no. Now we're dealing with emotions. And we're not supposed to be bringing emotions into trading. Remember, we are professional decision makers. That's what we are when we became traders. That's what we signed up for. So because of that, we got to make sure that all the decisions that we make are from a professional standpoint. We're applying business acumen. We're treating our trading as a business, right? So one and done, whatever amount that is, we're done. We have a non-profitable trade, we're done. What that prevents us from doing, over trading, how would I say, revenge trading, chasing losses. Like we don't do that. We don't do that. Remember, we're professionals. We need to act as such. We're professionals. And when we come to the charts, that's how we show up on the charts. We show up, we're professional in business acumen. Hands down, no excuses. This for all of us, including myself. So when I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. I always say that. So, and going to the profitable trades, the reason why we want to be one and done, not just because we don't want to give it back, but also too, we want to make sure that we're not over trading and we're exercising discipline. If we create bad habits of every time, not every time, but if even just one time where we take a trade, we're profitable, instead of shutting it down, we go back into the market. That's creating a bad habit. We don't want to do that. We want to build on it. We want to create a foundation of good habits, and we want to build on that foundation. And if you've been building that foundation, one mistake can erase all of that. Don't do that. Don't do that to your trading game. Don't do that to your business. All right? So let's keep that in mind. What we got? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, Chrissy. Morbid Drifter, congrats. Congrats. What'd he say? I missed it. What'd he say? Thank you. Not seeing future. Wait. What'd he say? He said you stole my thumbnail. What'd he say? What'd I miss, y'all? Dang, I missed it. All right, y'all gonna have to put me up on game. I don't know what Morbid Drifter said or he did, but congratulations, bro. I was trying to go in here. Maybe you had stated it in here and I wanted to read it, but no big deal. But congratulations. If Karate 357 saying congratulations, congratulations. Absolutely. But yes, yeah, you guys. So yesterday, we don't really have no definitive, as you can see, the market opened here. Yeah, 6:30 my time. Market opened here and it's kind of just playing around. All right, so look at all of this right here. Let me go to the 5 minutes so I can be able to expand this a little bit. All right, so remember we had a lot of news, right? All right, so let's go back to this calendar. We're gonna do some. I'm gonna show you guys something. Check this out. So remember we talked about this, right? The 11th. Yes, this was yesterday, Wednesday. So we talked about FOMC, how federal funds rate, FOMC, all FOMC statement, economic projections, FOMC press conference. This is huge. This is the biggest news event in futures for us as traders, right? So let's go correspond that to the charts, 11 a.m. to 11:30. All right, so here we are, 11 a.m. candle right there. Let me open this up a little bit more. 11 a.m. candle right there. Look at this, look. So market opened here. If you guys remember yesterday, I drew this box, right? I drew this box because I was expecting price to kind of range, right? So price dropped down, hit this reversal zone, and it just basically ranged in the reversal zone, right? Right up until 11 o'clock. Then as soon as the news hit, look how we just went straight bearish. Go to show you the power of that news. And we stayed bearish all the way up until 125, which is about 35 minutes before market closes. Because remember, for me, market closes at 2 o'clock, which would be 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So because of that, well, not because of that. So we were just completely bearish. I go to show you the power of news, right? Then we got a little slightly bullish before market close. Okay. Now overnight opened. Overnight was kind of just ranging, right? All right, let's go back. Let's go back and correspond to time. So 245 for me would be market was not even open yet, because remember, market reopens at 6 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 3 p.m. Eastern time for me. But this is New Zealand. This is New Zealand, NZD, that's New Zealand. So they have their own stuff going on over there. Even though that our market is closed, they still have their news events and everything is going on. The market is truly closed for everyone, but it doesn't stop their news from coming out, okay? So we had Japan, we had Australia with some red folder news, we had Japan red folder, we had they had a bunch of red folder. We had GBP, which is, of course, that's Great British Pound. They had some red folder. China had some red folder. GBP again, some red folder, and then we had our red folder at 5:30. Now let's go back and correspond these times during at least on the charts. So price pretty much kind of range, right? Went a little bit bullish. And what is this? This is the 740 candle. Let's correspond to time, 740, so 745, right? We know Japan has a pretty big market. We can all agree to that, right? Australia, not that big. Unfortunately, they just don't have a big economy. No, nothing wrong with Australia. Their just economy is not big. That's all. We're just speaking from that perspective. We're not disparaging Australia. We're just saying that, hey, their economy is not big and it reflects in the news. They don't move the market that much. It's just what it is. All right, so Japan hit. All right, so bam. So look at that. Look at how now we started just going bearish, 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 bearish all the way down, right? Had a little pullback, and then we continued on bearish. All of this right here is all because of all of this red folder news. And I'm only stating this just to, for a lot of our new viewers to understand that this news, these red folder news are very impactful. Very, very impactful. Moore took trades with no feelings. He had a profitable day. Nice. Thanks, Chrissy. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. See, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Morbid, what have I been telling you, bro? I've been telling you, like, can't bring the feelings on the charts. We don't trade with feelings. Feelings and emotions stay off the charts. They do not work in trading. And I know that's easier said than done. It's a place that we all have to get to. It took me time, but Morbid Drifter, when you get a chance, I want you to tell me how you felt, how you were feeling when you were taking those trades yesterday. Because I'm gonna tell you something, those feelings and emotions will do all kind of stuff to your subconscious, and which also would do all kind of stuff to your trading. You know what I'm saying? Like with your entries and, entering and exiting and holding and getting your one-to-one, whatever your risk reward, whatever it is that you're doing within a trade, it messes with all of that stuff. So shout out to you, Morbid Drifter. I would definitely say you overcame, you hit a little milestone yesterday. The thing that we need to do now is we need to, and that was on a red folder day. Yeah, bro, shout out to you, man. I'm seriously. But this is the thing. This is the thing, Morbid Drifter. This is the thing, brother. Let's make sure we build on that, all right? So today, tomorrow, every day moving forward, no emotions. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. If you're feeling urgency, you're feeling emotions, what are we supposed to do? Get up, put the mouse down, go take a little walk around your desk, go step out on your patio, step out on your porch, whatever it is you have. Walk upstairs if you have upstairs, down. Just do something to change your energy. Just do something to change that. Take a couple of deep breaths, but definitely get up. Get up out the seat, and definitely don't take no trades when you're feeling any kind of sense of urgency or any kind of emotions. Don't take no trades. Remember, we're building on our trading psychology, and we're building on our mental foundation. So just keep that in mind. We talked about this yesterday. Not sure if you told us already, but how do we get this list? What, this right here, my guy? Sports Life? Just go to forexfactory.com. Right here. forexfactory.com. Real easy. Go to forexfactory.com. You don't have to put calendar. Calendar is just the tab that I'm in. Just go to forexfactory.com and sign up. It's free. And and just bookmark it, and you got it forever. Free. Best tool, best free tool you could have. Straight up. I felt nothing. What I did was step away from the PC for about 10 minutes, told myself just trust in it and let it ride on the next setup. Bro, that's all you got to do. What do we talked about this yesterday, right? That's exactly what I stated, right? And I'm not saying this because I want to be right. I don't want to ever be right. It's not about being right. It's about me understanding what I went through and sharing that, giving you guys that knowledge, and hopefully you guys are taking it and you're implementing these things into your game, right? What'd you do? You said you got up, you stepped away for a second, you told yourself, yo, we're going to get in this, we just going to let it ride, and we're going to live with the results. Because remember, that's the only thing that we can control. We can only control, excuse me, you guys, we only can control what we do before we enter that trade. Once we enter that trade, we have no more control. That's why we don't bring emotions to the trading, to our trading game. Or we don't implement emotions and feelings into our trading business. We just don't do it. Just remember that. If you're feeling urgency, you're feeling any kind of emotions, just get up, walk, or do whatever it is that you need to do, to make that subside. When you feel those emotions subside, sit down, get the mouse, clear head, and it's okay to talk to yourself. It doesn't mean you're going to have a conversation with yourself. Like, your subconscious mind needs to hear you say these things like, all right, I need to work on my emotions. Let's calm down. Let's relax. You know what I mean? I'm going to get in this trade. I'm going to make sure I do everything. I'm going to do everything the right way to take this trade. And I'm just going to live with the results. That's how we trade. And if we continue to do this, you will see a difference in your trading. Trust me. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm just speaking from experience. And these are the experiences that I have realized, also from the books that I've read and the books that I told you guys to read. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, like, just keep that in mind. So let's jump back to the charts. Let's see here. My little daily setup. Oh, I'm on a 5 minute. I need to be on a 1. Okay, so we have market structure shift. What we got? I won't lie though, since I have not won much, I felt elated, which I know is not good. So I got up again and let it pass. Absolutely. Got to work on those emotions. You know what? The elated feeling, that's okay. That's okay. I know why you felt that way. You felt that way because of what has been going on prior to that. That's okay. But at least you didn't get too high, right? Because on our wins and losses, we don't want to be too high on our wins, and we don't want to be too low on the losses. We don't want to be like, yeah, fist pumping and all that when we win. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. We don't want to do that. Just the same way if we have a non-profitable trade, we don't want to be, with our head down and it's just a business expense, whatever. Next, one and done, log out of your accounts, keep the charts up, and just, pay attention to the charts. If you feel the itch, demo trade. You feel like you still want to trade, just demo trade. After that one and done, whether it's profitable or non-profitable. You remember, we have to remember to control our emotions. We can't have emotions in trading. So it takes some time to do that. It takes a lot of time, but that's okay. Morbid Drifter, you're on the right track. And I'm so happy for you, bro, because you would always be like with emotional statements and this and that. And that's not a bad thing. But what that shows me is I'm seeing growth, man. And I'm so happy to see that. That's why I sit in this seat, because I know how it was to go from a beginner, like just entering into trading and then going to, on the charts, and now I'm ready to trade. There's a huge gap in there that needs to be filled. And I'm gonna be honest with you, watching YouTube videos and all of that stuff is cool. Learning strategies is cool. Getting a mentor, doing one-on-ones is cool, but it's still one thing that we have to remember. We got to get our psychology intact. And that's the part that takes time. And that's what I realized. Like, got to have the psychology intact. So there it is. I was talking, actually, there was a setup that I could have taken We had market structure shift on this previous swing high. A gap was formed. Oh, well, no, not this gap. I still would need a gap to enter. I take that back. Yeah, this gap doesn't count. But we have market structure shift here. It's one of my little strategies I trade towards these pink levels, which are my daily levels. For those that don't know what these are, I have a video on the channel. You can go and check that video out, and it'll show you how to find these levels and what they're there for and why I use them in my trading. It's real quick. It's like 7-8 minutes. It's a complete breakdown of how to find these, and we should all have these on our charts. If you're going to be trading NQ, I only trade NQ and the strategies that I use. So if we're all in this together and you want to learn some strategies and you're following me, which is fine, no problem, then I would recommend you putting these on your charts. They're amazing. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to take away from today's segment, from today's stream. But if you go, like I said, you go onto the YouTube channel, I have a video there showing you how to get those. But yeah, so it's a strategy that I trade where I'm targeting these pink levels, which are my daily levels. Usually I'm targeting the first one. I have market structure shift. Market structure shift meaning I have a close above the previous swing high. This is our previous swing high. This swing high was formed before this one. All right. Then a gap is formed somewhere between the candles after market structure shift. And then when a gap is formed, what I do is I place my entry right above the gap, a gap meaning one of these fair value gaps. Even though we see these here, these don't count a part of my strategy because these fair value gaps were formed before we had market structure shift. So if I don't get a gap, then I won't enter because those are the, oh, I have a little gap. Oh, I just didn't even see that. I got a little tiny gap. Look at that. Right there. Right there. So my entry would be here. Am I going to take this? Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, I should have took it. I missed the entry. Yeah, I should have taken it. I should have taken it. I didn't even see the gap. It was really small. And my stop loss will be here. Let me put it there. Let me see if it'll come back to pick me up. Right here. And y'all know I trade micros. So going in on 5 micros. Let's see if it'll pick me up. It may leave without me. Either way, it's all good. But yes, so we had market structure shift on this candle, and I was waiting for a gap to form. This is the gap. The gap to form after market structure shift. These don't count because, as you can see, these were formed before market structure shift. It might come back to pick me up. If it does, my stop loss will be here at the previous swing low. My take profit would be at this daily level up here. But I really, truly believe I may have missed my missed the setup. But that's okay. Missed entry. It's all good. Actually, I'm going to set this here right now in the event I'm talking. So sell stop. I'm not going to set my take profit just yet. I'm going to wait till hopefully it picks me up first. There it is. We're picked up. Let's see what we get. My take profit will be here. Sell limit. Let's see what we get. I can always take some partials if I wanted to. So we'll see. We'll see. Pretty tight stop loss there. Let's see here. Market structure shift was here. Actually, being that my market structure shift was here, this should be my stop loss, but that's pretty big. If I did decide to take this stop loss, then I would have sized down on my contract to about 2 or 3. Yeah, actually, this was the true stop loss. But you know, as we talked about a few days ago, I'm still learning as far as like I'm still learning like to be able to you know take care of the live as well as my trading. That's still something that I'm working on. So I'm not looking at the charts normally like I initially would, but that's okay. No big deal. No big deal. Me getting out the information is what's more important to me. And, you know, there it is. So let's see here. Do I want to take some partials? What's going on? How come I'm not? Oh, my copier. What's going on? Where am I? Oh, my copier didn't even pick up anything. Oh, I'm only in on one contract. I mean, on one account. Oh, that's poo-poo. What happened? Let me see something. Let me see if I am. Let me see if I am. Maybe it disconnected. Yeah, it looks like I'm only in on one contract. Well, that's no good. Oh, well, whatever. All right. So we'll let it rock. We'll see what this does. If it takes me out, no harm, no foul. At least I was in on one contract. No big deal. Either way, it is what it is. I have to, I was talking to this with my team. I have to get better at being able to conduct a live stream as well as my trades at the same time. But hey, so I'm still a work in progress when it comes to that, but no big deal. So let's get into trend. Let's see here. What do you say? I'm working on my mental hard. That's what's up. I feel you 100%. We have to get our emotions together for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trend, which trade copier do you use? I use Apex Copier, NinjaTrader 8. That's what I use. Apex Copier, NinjaTrader 8. Yep. So think of Apex, the prop firm. They also have another. It's not through Apex. It's not through the Apex accounts. It is owned by them, but it's two different entities. It's another business that they have. It's totally separate. It doesn't come with the accounts or nothing like that. It's a $149 one-time purchase, and it's through NinjaTrader, and that's what I use. So it's Apex Copier NT8. I can drop the link for you guys. It's in my description, but I'll drop the link for y'all so y'all will have it. Let's see here. Let's go here. It is, let me get that for you. Let's go here. Actually here. And let's go here. And it is right, where is it? Right here. All right, here you go. I'm dropping it for y'all. For those that are interested, it's the only one that I've ever used. I like it. I love it. So that's the one I rock with. So let's see here. So you wait for FEG, then it goes past FEG, then you wait for it to go back into sweep liquidity, into the FEG, back up, and then down to the previous daily level, and then you take your entry. No. So what I do is I wait for a market structure shift, which was here. Well, I wait for after 6:30. I wait for a market open New York session. I don't do this strategy. I don't do pre-market. So I wait for market structure shift, basically waiting for price to get above the previous swing high, which is here. This is with my market structure shift. Then I wait for a gap to form. That gap actually formed. It was very, very small. It was right here. Right here. And then once the gap is formed, then I put my entry at the top of that gap. So market structure shift, fair value gap. Let me open this up. So the fair value gap was right here, in this area right here. Let me get the little box so I can show y'all. This one, it was right here. Right there. And as you can see, there was some slippage because I had my entry right above the gap. I could have been off, but that's where I put it, right above the gap. And then what I do is I target the daily level up here, that pink line. And then this is the wrong stop loss because this is my market structure shift. It should have been at the previous swing low prior to this candle, which would have been here, which meant that instead of going in with 5 micros, I would have went in with 3, because think about it, my entry to stop loss, that's a huge area, and we always want to make sure that we're controlling our risk, right? So because, as I stated, because I was talking, I put it at the wrong stop loss. Now I could move it down here, but would that really make sense? Possibly not. You know why? Because I'm in on 5 micros. I wasn't able to size down. So I gotta deal with my mistake. That's how it works in trading. You can move it, but if you move it, now what? I'm pretty much what? Kind of over leveraging, right? Because this is huge. It's already 250. I'm already at 260 in drawdown, which is okay. But to come way down here, that's going to be what? We're talking, I'm already two there, and we're talking $700-800, maybe $1,000. You know what I mean? So that was my mistake. I made that mistake. It happens. That's why it's always good to make sure you're paying attention when you're taking your trades. But I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to deal with that mistake. That's how it works in trading. That's why you always got to make sure you be on point. For me, I just have to I'm still learning how to stay engaged with you guys as well as at my trading as well. If I wasn't engaged, of course, I'm gonna be paying attention to a lot of different things. It's all right. I'm a work in progress. No harm, no foul. It's also great to see how to reevaluate your position in real time. So thank you for learning with us. Absolutely, absolutely. Do what I have noticed with my current trade copy is my accounts aren't even. They close with that's normal. They're gonna close with uneven amounts. All of mine are the same way. They close with uneven amounts. It is what it is. They're never gonna be the same, and it has nothing to do with you or your trade copier. That's just the way that it works. I've never had in my 2 years of using, because this is all I've ever used. The system that you guys see me doing, the strategies that this is what I've been doing for the past 2 years. I have not done anything different. Yes, I tried the hybrid super scalping on demo. I demo it. I even have, just to show y'all that I don't cap. I'll come back to that. I even have, look, this is the setup right here. If I want to do the HSS strategy, you even see it says HSS. Like, I have it set up. I got the indicators that we need on here. I'm using the Heikin-Ashi candles, but I demo trade it. But for what I've been doing the past 2 years is I've been doing this right here for the past 2 years. This is what I've been doing. The link didn't open for me. Can you send it again? The link, oh, darn it. Let me see here. Let me see what's going on. Thanks for letting me know, y'all. Let me see here. It's crazy. It opened up for me. Did I not put everything in the link? All right, so let's do this. How about this? I think it should be this one instead. I think this will be better because I know why it won't open up. I know what I did wrong. Copy. Let's go right here. Bam, bam. I know for a fact this one will. It's the link that should be there. It's the sign up. I just realized the link that I had there. So, but yeah, that should get it. That should get it for you guys. That should definitely get it. Let me know. Yeah, that should get it right there. That should get it. All right, so let's do this. Let's go back here. I'll fix that later. So you see how price is doing a lot of playing around. You see this, right? A lot of playing around. But one characteristic of NQ that you will learn is that it loves these fair value gaps. In these fair value gaps, there are orders sitting here. So NQ loves to come into these fair value gaps and then continue on in the direction that it's going in. No harm, no foul for me. I'm only in on one account, but nevertheless, I was letting this trade play out to the daily level. We've had a lot of bearish price action from last night, so I'm looking for a price to correct that. So I'm bullish. I mean, I could have took profits at when it was, I think I was in up like 340 or something like that. I'm just trying to let it ride to the to my TP. So I mean, I can always take partials. I can always do something like this. I can go like, let's see here. I can pull this down, right, to there. Show you how to take some partials. I can do this. I can take 4, leave a runner, and then kind of let it go. But with this strategy, usually you want to, you can hold it all the way to the daily level, or which is my target, or you can take some partials. Like let's do this. Yeah, I'll take 4. I'll take 4. I'll take 4 contracts. I'll trim my position at 4 contracts. It's going to leave me 1 in When price hits there, this will change to 1. I'll move this above break even. I'll change this from 5 to 1 because I will only be in on 1 micro, and then I can just let that one run. We'll see how that works out. So, but yes, so going back, let me see here. Did that link work for y'all? Hopefully that one did. That one should have. Nice. All right, cool. So yeah. So going back to what I was saying on this strategy, my stop loss actually was supposed to be here, and I should have been in this on about 3 micros. But like I said, it is what it is. I made the mistake. I have to live with that. That's how it works in trading. So let's see what we get. So yeah, let's see what we get. That's definitely something that I've been telling myself I got to work on. I have to start paying attention to my trading, like everything that's going on. And it's a lot, right? It's a lot, you guys, a lot going on, a lot of things that we got to factor in, a lot of things that we have to make sure that we're doing correctly. So, but just like anything else, the repetitive nature, I'll get better at it. So while that's cooking, hello, can you go over daily strategy for today? Yeah, it's basically market structure shift, which is a close above the previous swing high. That's our market structure shift. Then we wait for a gap to form. That gap was in here, in this area right here, which is a fair value gap. It was one of these. These are the green boxes, but it was a very small one. And then once I get the gap, that's the second step I need. I place my entry right on top of that gap, and I allow price to come back and tap me in, and then continue on to my target, which is this pink level, this pink line right here, which is my daily level. And like I said, for those that don't know how to get these daily levels, I have a video on the channel that I put out last week. You'll see it. It says how to get your daily levels. It is, where are we at? It is this one right here. How to set up your daily levels. Just go in there. It'll show you how to do it. Real simple. Real simple, real easy. All right. So while that's cooking, let's get to question of the day. Let's talk about that. Let's get that mental muscle. Let's get these mental muscles rocking. Trade gonna do what it's gonna do. I'm not even worrying about it. I'm in it now. Ain't nothing I can control, right? It's no sense to sit there and just look at it. We don't need to sit there and be, treating our trades like a movie where we gotta watch every, like, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Either it's gonna hit my take profit, or excuse me, it's gonna hit my my take profit limit where I'm gonna trim 4 of those contracts, and then I'm gonna leave the runner. And if that happens, I'll show you, or it's gonna hit my stop loss, and either I'm gonna pay some bills or I'm gonna make some money today. It's pretty much how I look at it. So I'm not about to sit there and watch all that. But anyway, so question of the day today. Would you still take this trade, meaning a trade that you're taking, not my trade, but your trade? Would you still take your trade at half size? Would you still take your trade at half size? Meaning, whatever strategy that you're trading, would you take it at half the size that you normally take it at? It's just a rhetorical question. It's just a rhetorical question. Would you take your trade at half size? So let's get this up. Boom. And tip of the day. All right, cool. So would you take your, hit my stop loss. So yeah, 457, $457 of some bills I paid today. Business expense of $457 a day. It was on one account, no big deal. No, you know what? Let me say this. For me, that's the win, right? I didn't put my stop losses in the wrong spot. Had it been in the right spot, I know for a fact that I would have that this trade would have been profitable, right? So the win for me is I was only in on one contract, right? No harm, no foul, no big deal. So instead of me paying, instead of my business expense including 10 contracts at $457, which that would have been $4,570, I only had business expense on one account of $457. So guess what? however you look at it, you can always find positive in you know, in an adversarial situation, right? You can always find some positive in that, right? So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. No harm, no foul. I ain't sweating it. But like I said, my stop loss is in the wrong area. We'll get back to that. Let's go back to the question of the day. So, would you still take your trade at half size? Would you still take? I have this trade, meaning like whatever trade you took today. Would you take this trade at half size? Think about that. Think about this. If you only like the trade at full size and not half size, then you're attached to profit, not process. Think about what I said. If you only taking your trades at full size, you won't even take your trade at half size, then you're only attached to profit, not process, right? We need to be attached to process because in this, it's funny how I'm telling you, I don't plan this, as you can see. There's no way for me to plan this, but it's funny how I've been noticing my questions of the day have been coinciding with what's been going on the charts. So let's go to the charts. We'll look at this. We'll look at this. Oh, let me take this off. No need to have my limit there. That's the other thing too. When you guys are in trades and the trade, you know, like it is non-profitable or profitable, just make sure you check back and you're taking your those other orders off your chart. If you leave orders on your chart and you forget about them, if price hits them, it's going to get you into a trade, and most times it's going to be negative. You know, going to have a negative effect. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about this today. Would we take this trade at half size, right? Today would have been a day that I would have needed to do that. Let me explain. My entry was here. I'm just gonna put a line here. My entry was here. I'm just gonna put a green line. All right. So my entry is the green line. My stop loss was supposed to be here. All right. What's that? 508 to 392, right? So what is that? 4, that's 108 points. Times 4, meaning 4 ticks in a point. What's that? 432 ticks, right? So if I'm trading 5 micros, 1 micro is 50 cents. If I'm trading 5 of them, that's $2.50, right? Per tick, right? Because 1 micro is 50 cents per tick and $2 per point. So if I'm trading 5 micros, that means it's $2.50 a tick for me. So we're going to do $2.50 times, 432. Y'all already know the math on that. Y'all already know the math on that. That means this is an $800 and something, almost $900 risk. Now, my TP is only what? My entry was 508. My TP was 564. Or even if I went here to take partials, 546. So we'll just say it's we'll just round it off to 50 points, right? We'll just round it off to 50 points just to make it a round number. 50 points. So 50 points times 4, because there's 4 ticks in a point, that's 200 ticks. All right. So we already see that my profit, my TP is way less than my risk, right? So what does that mean? I should not be in this trade on 5 micros. I need to be in this trade on 2 or 3. 3 at the most, 2 at the least. I mean, even if I want to trade 1 micro, that's fine, but no more than 3 for sure. No more than 3 for sure. Why? Because we need to bring the risk down. This is a huge stop loss right here, from here to here. I don't want to risk losing or, risk having a non-profitable trade of $800 and then my profit would be like $400 or $500, right? That's we're upside down, so to speak. So the way that we mitigate that is half size. Half size what? That's why I like to trade micros, because when you're trading micros, you can choose your size. When you're trading a mini, there's only one. And if you're trading two minis, that's nuts. It's crazy. Like, no one should be trading two minis. No one should be trading one mini at all. You should be trading micros. That's why I preach micros for a number of reasons. To control risk, you can size down, you can do 2 micros, 1 micro, 3 micros, and that's how you gauge it. You have to be mindful of this every trade. You got to know where your target is before you're entering that trade, and you have to know where your take profit is. That's how you're able to understand what you need to do in entering this trade, meaning what you need to do, meaning how many contracts, units, same thing. Contracts, units, same thing. You want to be mindful of that. That's how you keep your risk, intact. And also you're exercising good risk management. We always want to make sure we're doing that. So in this trade, this would have been the perfect trade for me to go half size, two micros or 3 micros. This is a good example. Now, because what? We want to be attached to process, not profits. Remember, profits are a byproduct of everything else that we do in trading. It's literally a byproduct. It's not the most important thing. It's actually on the level of, if you're prioritizing everything that needs to happen in your trading game, honestly, profits is last. As crazy as that may sound, everyone would think profits is first. No, profits is last. There's so many other things that you have to do before you can get to profits. That's why profits falls all the way to the bottom of the list of what's priority. The first thing we have to prioritize is what? Discipline. And then it just starts going down from there. Risk management, leverage, emotions, all of those different things. We have to make sure that we are doing everything we are prioritizing it in the order that it needs to be prioritized. And profits is last. Because if you're not doing all of those things, you're not going to get to the profit. So you prioritize your profits by what? Discipline. Is this my entry level? Is this my right entry? Looking at candles, your bias, all of those kinds of things. My leverage. What's my risk here? Okay, no, I shouldn't be trading 5 micros on here. I should only be trading 3 micros or 2 micros, or I don't even like the setup. I'm not going to even trade at all. It's not a high probability setup. All of those things matter before profits. That's why we want to be process orientated versus profits orientated. Remember that. Process over profits. So that's what we want to always be attached to, is the process. The profits will come. They're a byproduct. So remember, oversizing creates what? Poor decisions, early exits, because you got into trading, you're like, man, I'm already down 500. All right, I'm gonna exit. Like, that's not how you implement a strategy. That's not going to keep your risk to reward good at the end of the day. That's not how you do that. That's not how we how would I say, that's not how we go about trading. That's not how we plan we plan our day for when we're going to sit down and start taking trades. That's not a part of our plan. None of that. So remember that. And also, that's a poor decision, right? It makes us make poor decisions. Or you end up widening your stop loss. That's what I didn't want to do. I could have widened it. I could have put it where it's supposed to be. But if I would have did that, then what? That $457 business expense I paid would have been $800 and something, almost $900 business expense. And I had to think about that. So guess what? I had to eat my mistake. That's why I didn't move it. I had to eat it. It is what it is. Guess what? Guess what, Trent? Like, literally, guess what, Trent? You got to start paying attention to your entries and your stop losses. That's what you got to start doing. And like I say this, like, we have to talk to ourselves like this. Like, our subconscious mind has to hear it. Period. Like, that's just the facts. You, me, I don't care who it is. We're all in this together. I am a tough critic on myself when it comes to these kinds of things. Like, seriously, like, I got to get better at that. There is no excuse. I have no excuses. and I'm not trying to make any. I messed that one up. I wasn't paying attention. It happens. I'm not going to beat myself up over it though. But what I will do is I will like check myself. We ain't going to let that happen again. That's the best thing that we can do. And guess what? We move on. It's over. It's done. We move on. I'm not carrying that into the day. I'm not going to walk around today saying, man, on that one trade, I should have. Nah, it's over. It's done. I saw what I did wrong. I told myself, you know, what needs to happen moving forward, you know, and I was responsible about it. That's all I can do. Next, literally. So also remember this too. If I was to size down, what is that doing for me? Smaller size equals what? Clearer thinking, better execution, right? Think about that. Smaller sizing. Like I said, would you still take this trade at half size? So you have to think about that. Every trade that we take, we have to think about those things and ask yourself, it's okay. You remember, we are professional decision makers. There's a lot of things that we have to question before we even implement anything, right? Before entry, we should be asking ourselves, would I take this at half size? You know why you want to ask yourself that question? Because that is going to make you think like, oh, let me check my risk. Let me check my risk. And when you check your risk, you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm not going full size on this. Let me drop down to 2 micros, 3 micros, 1 micro, whatever. Let me drop down. Absolutely, let me drop down. That's why you ask yourself these questions. It's just a way of keeping yourself accountable prior to entering. Because remember, we control everything that we do up into that entry. Once we're in that trade, we have no more control. We're at the mercy of the market. So the best thing that we can do is make sure that we are already mindful of the playing field and what's going on. That's how that works. So I want to ask y'all, do you think it would have made sense for me to size down on this trade, considering my stop loss was, let me go back. Consider my stop loss was here at this red line and my entry was at this green line. Do you guys think I should have sized down and not went with 5 micros? Just one word in the chat, yes or no. Do you think I should have? Do you think it would have made sense for me to go smaller? Just type it in the chat, yes or no. Let me know, what do y'all think? I gave you all the reasons, but I want to know what y'all think. And remember, sizing down also does what? Keeps everything calm. It changes your stress levels, right? Because you ain't seeing those high numbers. Remember that messes with you too. When you're seeing those high numbers, you're seeing you're in draw, not drawdown, but your traders went against you for you. It went against you, and now you're seeing 700, 800, all of that stuff. We don't want to. That's not what we want to be seeing. We don't want to see that. So I got yes from J Royal, Bodovan yes, D Young yes. You know what I'm saying? So, that's Antonio yes, absolutely. We want to be sizing down. Now, do you see the importance of putting a stop loss where it's supposed to be? If I had took this trade correctly, right, this strategy correctly, as you can see, it came down here and I guess took whatever it needed to take. I think that, oh yeah, there was another fair value gap right here. Oh, well, actually that one already hit, but even still, I would still be in this trade. And now it's going back the other way. But that's why it's so important to follow your strategy the way you're supposed to. That's just the way that it works. And when you don't, these are the mistakes that you're going to deal with. And never widen your stop loss. If you make a mistake and you put it there, leave it there. Now, if you had sized in small, then you could have moved if I was already in on 2, 3 micros, then I could have moved my stop loss. It would have made sense. But because I was already on 5, I wasn't going to widen it. I'm just going to have to eat that. It is what it is. There's times where you have to eat your mistakes in trading. This is a good example. This is a great example. Great example. So no harm, no foul. We move on. Look, my accounts are safe. I live to trade another day, right? And the great thing is, like I said, we can always find positive in the most adversarial situation. I had the right entry, wrong stop loss, wrong leverage, but thank goodness it was only in one account. Hey, to me, that's a win. That's a win for me. That's a win in itself. All right, so just remember that, just to run back through this. We want to be attached to process, not profits. Remember that. We want to be attached to process, not profits. Profits are a byproduct of everything that we do. Just remember that. It's a byproduct. It's the end result once we check all those things off our priority list. Got to check everything off. Once all those things are checked, profits will come, but they won't come no time before that. So let's always keep that in mind. We are attached to process, not profits. All right. So let's jump back to that. And let me get in here. I want to see something. Thank everyone for answering that. The ones that did drop their idea in there and understood why I should have sized down on that. And I like to do this because we're all learning together, right? So if by you commenting and engaging, that's helping you with your trading. Because trust me, this is going to come back around on one of your trades, if not all your trades. And you're going to ask yourself this question: oh, do I need to size down? Let me check where my stop loss is versus my entry. No, I'm not trying to take a $800 hit in a $50K account. That don't make no sense. My drawdown is only $3,000. Why am I going to take an $800 hit in a $50K account? Don't make no sense. So what we want to do in that $3,000 drawdown, we want to take what? 2, 3, 5 at the most. And you can control that by your contract size. You can control that. That's how you keep your risk consistent. We talked about this yesterday, right? Risk consistency. That's how you keep it consistent. That's why I preach trading micros. Everyone should be trading micros. Don't kill your accounts. Imagine if that was a mini. That 400, remember, a micro is 1/10 of a mini. So if I was down for $457 just on that, right? Imagine if that was a mini. Absolutely. You're like, wow. When you think about the numbers, you're like, oh, wow. He'd have been down like over $1,000. Yeah. It would have been ugly. Super ugly. And think about it. Our accounts 50K accounts can't take that. That's why I don't trade minis. You don't need to. We gonna eat off micros. Micro gang. Remember that. Micro gang. Micro gang all day. Micro gang all day. So, once again, we are going to be process over profits. Process over profits. So we want to be process orientated, not profit orientated. And boom, I just wanted to make sure we you know what I'm saying, we get that straight. Let's see here what we got. I'm up 300. I guess I'm done for today for a beginner. Absolutely. 300, remember, any amount is enough. If you have 300, shut it down. Keep your charts up, log out your accounts. Don't go back into the market and give it back. Because most of the time when we go back into the market, that's what ends up happening. We end up giving it back. But yeah, if you're up 300, that's what's up. Man, I want to make sure I say your name right. Suab him. Suab him. I'm just going to call you Suab. I'm just going to call you Suab, respectfully. I'm just going to call you Suab. I don't want to butcher your name, my guy. Suab. But yeah, that's what's up, man. That's great. I know that feels good to be up $300, especially being a beginner in this game. That's a good feeling. That's great, man. That's good stuff. I love it. All right. So tip of the day today is, remember, we working it. We working in psychology. We working that mental muscle. Tip of the day is Missed trades are greater than forced trades. Call me King. Got it. You got it, King. You got it. King. Got it. Got it. Say no more. Missed trades are greater than forced trades. Think about that. I think y'all already know where we're going with this one. Missed trades are greater than forced trades. I think y'all already know where we're going with this one. All right. This tip of the day is so we can control our impulse entries, right? That's what this is for. So if we miss a trade, no harm, no foul. If we force a trade, you know what that means, right? If we force a trade, y'all already know where I'm going. If we force a trade, that's a real loss. We miss a trade, no harm, no foul. We miss it, we let it go. We don't chase it. We don't just jump in because we missed our entry. Let it go. You missed it. You got to get better at not missing them. That's what that means. Like with my situation today, I got to get better at that. No excuses. You miss it, let it go. Because forcing a trade, first of all, is not a good habit that you want to start building on. That's not discipline. You're not protecting your capital. That's not showing professionalism. That's not showing good business acumen. That's not doing any of those things. That's not doing any of those things. You miss it, you let it go. Chasing a trade means what? We're entering late. Our risk reward is going to be poor. We're going to have our stop loss is not going to be good. Because think about it. We're entering in way later than we're supposed to be. And then if you're going to put your stop loss where it's supposed to go, now think about how wide your stop loss is now. It's just not it's a recipe. It's just not a good thing, man. It's a recipe for disaster. You miss a trade, let it go. If you missed it, just tell yourself in your mind, it's gone. It's gone. It's like if it's like any one of us, if you ever was, taking public transit and you missed the bus, you missed the train, what you gonna do? You can't chase the train, right? You can't chase the bus. What you got to do? You got to wait for the next bus. Or you got to wait for the next train. Same thing in trading. You just wait for the next setup. But what that will do is probably going to burn you up inside, especially if that trade hits. It's going to burn you up inside. But you know what that should do? That should light that fire up under your butt to make sure what? You're going to be diligent to not miss any more trades. That's what that does. So it's just going to help reinforce your game. You miss a trade, let it go. Because if not, you're going to pay for it emotionally. If you don't let that trade go, you're going to pay for it emotionally. And think about this too. The best traders, they miss trades. The best traders ain't perfect. They're just process driven, not profit driven. That's what makes them good traders. They're process driven because if they miss a trade, they're like, oh, next setup. Once you miss a trade, it's like, I don't even care what just happened. Like, I'm not even thinking about that anymore. I don't care if it would have hit my take profit. I don't care about any of that. I missed it. It's gone. It's out of my brain. Like in one ear, out the other. Like, I don't even care about that no more. I'm lurking the charts for the next setup. That's all you can do. And that's being process driven versus profit driven. Just think about that. Just think about that. Don't pay for that trade emotionally if you miss it. Period. Because think about it. When you miss a trade, your entry is usually here when you missed it. When you just force a trade and you jump in, your entry is usually above that, right? So there's what's that right here? Profit, drawdown area. There's a lot of stuff that you missed. So you're supposed to get in here. You forced it, you got in up here, and now your stop loss is way down. Like the whole trade is messed up. Like everything about that trade is messed up. Let it go. Don't chase it. Just let it go. Let it be. Like, oh well. Like, and don't beat yourself up over it either. Just be like, oh, missed that one. All right, cool. I ain't gonna miss no more. That's the attitude. I'm not gonna miss no more. And then you build on that, because not missing the trade and not taking it, you know what you're doing? You're reinforcing your discipline. You're building on your foundation. You're not chasing trades. You're not FOMOing in, fear of missing out. You're not doing any of that. That's what's important. You're treating your business with respect. You're protecting your capital. It's so many things that you do that, how would I say, it's so many positive things that come from missing a trade and letting it go, versus forcing a trade and it's a train wreck after that. Just let it be. Just on the investment tip, would you think Nvidia stock price never really run with all the gains and great report earnings they get? So many missed trades over the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Morbid Drifter. Absolutely. His OMG tip of the day is me. Yeah, I would definitely say Morbid Drifter, that is very, very true. We talked about missed trades. Of course, I didn't purposely do that, but I know it's speaking to you, and I'm glad that it is. I'm sure a lot of these tips of the day, questions of the day, they speak to us. They need to. They should. That's the whole point of them. Let me see Sports Life. I'm going to reread this again just on the investment tip. Why do you think Nvidia stock price never really run with all the gains and great report earnings they get? It doesn't really run up because, remember, it's all about value of the company too. It may not run up a lot, but it don't dip a lot either. It's stable. Go to Yahoo earnings. Go to Yahoo earnings and go to Nvidia. Excuse me. Go to Yahoo Finance. The Yahoo earnings. Go to Yahoo Finance and put in Nvidia and just go check their balance. It's free. You can go on there free. You can check any stock on there. It's free. Yahoo Finance. Go to Yahoo Finance. YahooFinance.com pops up. Plug in Nvidia and just check their balance sheet. Just check it. Stable. Cash flow positive. Growth over time. Like, if you look, all this stuff is stable. Stable. Like, that's why they are. They are a very, very strong company. Their value is not inflated. Their value is real. In my opinion, if you go look at Tesla, you could go compare Tesla's balance sheet and go compare Nvidia's. In my opinion, Tesla's stuff is inflated. What they say on there, that's not true value to me. It's just not. It's just not. Nvidia, solid. Do you recommend joining Gemify Academy? Absolutely. That's where I started. If there's any openings, I mean, with the Gemify Academy, there has to be openings. Keep that in mind, and you also have to be accepted. So you don't just go and just buy it and then you're in. You got to have There's an intake agent that you sit down and he interviews you. He talks to you. Yeah, like, you have to be accepted. It's actually a prestigious community. It's not just Juvier is not like just pay your money and come on in. Nah. That's not how it works. Anyone that's in the inner circle will tell you they had to sit down and they had to talk with the intake agent and they had to, get a feel for you and all of that. Juvier is not just trying to just take everybody coming in and just take the money. It's not about the money. It's about the community. So it's a prestigious community. Like, keep that in mind. It's prestigious. Like I said, you can't just go on a website and just buy your way in. Like, there's some couple steps you got to do before you get in. Like, as I stated, there has to be spots open. He don't open up spots all the time. He does this on purpose. Because believe me, if he wanted to, the inner circle could be flooded with thousands and thousands and thousands of members. That's not that wasn't the approach. I didn't know that till once I got in and I became, part of the family. You know what I mean? When he brought me on and all of those things. So, yeah. But do I recommend it? If it's a possibility that you can get in, absolutely. 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 That community is where I truly learned where I truly became a trader. I'm not going to say a real trader because there's no such thing as a real trader. I became a trader. Either you're a trader or you're not a trader. I became a trader in that community, not someone who was just trading. I became a trader. Difference. So I definitely recommend that. If you have the opportunity to get in, spend the money, get the lifetime membership and get in, period. Or if you want to just dip your toe in the water, I think he has some other tiers like 6 months, a year, something like that. Whatever it is, if you just want to dip your toe in the water, go with the lower tier. But yeah, if you asking me if you have the money, yeah, man, go with the lifetime. Yep. Been in Gemify for about 3 months now, and I love it. Actually, absolutely. Ray know. Yep. Ray knows. Tight-knit community. Ray knows. Ray will tell you. There's a lot to learn. There's tons of resources in there. Everything you need is in there. And it's not just futures. We got a crypto coach in there that all I say is, man, it's a great community. And it's a community that's built on love and graciousness, just like this live right here. This community right here is nothing but an extension of that one. What Juvier came on and said today, man, you stole my thumbnail. Hey, they taught me everything, right? So hey, they taught me everything. That's all I can say. But yeah, so going back to what we were talking about, we would rather miss a trade than chase a trade, right? Going back to this right here. We would rather miss a trade than chase a trade. That's what it is. We would rather miss a trade than chase a trade. That's all a part of your discipline. It's all a part of your discipline. If you miss it, you have to suffer that by exercising your discipline and telling yourself, I can't chase it. It's just a rule. You have to follow rules. There's rules at any other place of business you go to, right? Then there should be rules implemented in your business as well. Just because you're at the helm, you're at the head, you don't break the rules. You follow them. You follow them just like you would want any one of your employees to follow them. You would want any one of your employees to follow the rules. So why would you not follow them? Just think about that. It's being realistic. Very proud and fortunate to be in the inner circle and thankful for your coaching and mentoring. Absolutely, Karate 357. He knows. He'll tell you too. Inner circle it's a great community. Great community. Yeah, so just always keep in mind that it's better to miss a trade than to force a trade. I always like to leave you guys with, do this question of the day segments, do these tip of the day segments, because as we all stated, the profits are just a byproduct of everything. The profits are the byproduct of the process. So just always keep that in mind. And I'm gonna jump back. Let's jump back to the charts. And as you can see, I would still be in this trade, right? Yeah, I would still be in it because I had actually, my take profit was right about in this area right here where you see my crosshair. So I would still be in this trade had I taken the trade correctly. So there it is. But once again, I'm not harping on that. We're using me as an example today of what not to do. Hey, I don't mind being an example. That's what I'm here for. I'm not worried about that one account. My account's still cool. Like my account, because I'm very disciplined and I exercise good risk on my accounts are never in jeopardy of blowing. Because yeah, I may have a couple of non-profitable days, but trust me, that profitable day is gonna make up for it. So, Billy, so I don't have the capital. However, I plan to, there you go. There you go, Morbid Drifter. Then you have something to work towards. You can make it. You can make it off of. You can definitely make it off of your payouts. Just something that you got to work. You have a nice goal. That's a great goal. So, with that said, you have something to work towards. That's super cool. Super, super cool. But yeah, you'll get there. I know for a fact that you'll get there. You just got to just work at it, my guy. Just keep working at it. As far as charts today, we talked about that. That's my alarm that London is closing. You remember, you guys know I keep an alarm. London closed at 8 o'clock my time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I have the alarm at 7:55. Why I like to know that is because I just like to keep an account of when it's closing, just to remind me, just to see if I see any kind of shifts in volume. Because now, when London closes, New York session is the only session that's open at the moment. So it's all New York at this point. So I always like to I like to do that because I like to understand the characteristics of the pair that I'm trading. And that's pretty much one of the ways I keep up on it. I like to know when London is closing, which is in the next 5 minutes. So, yeah, so going back to what we talked about, we're able to use me as a great example today, which is cool. We talked about our question of the day. We talked about our tip of the day. Other than that, do you guys have anything for me? You guys have anything for me? Let me see here. That's what mentors are for. Watch and learn. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Colon. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And all I'm doing is sharing all my experiences with you guys. That's all I'm doing. All my experiences and things I learned along the way, things that helped me, things that got me to where I am. So, and guess what? And I still make mistakes. It is what it is. I'm human first, right? But my mistakes don't equal up to blown accounts. So that's the other thing too. And keep what you like. Absolutely. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Taylor Pruitt. You're welcome. You're welcome to everyone, man. It's no problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm in this seat to do this. I think we only have, let me see. Let me check. I want to check and let y'all know what's going on these. Let me see here. Where are we? I was looking to see, do we have any more time on the, let's see here. I was looking to see if we had any more time on the discount for the new accounts. Where is it? This is, yeah, I think tomorrow, right? The 20th? Is it tomorrow? 17, 18, for the next 3 days. 19. I think we have another 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken. We have another 24 hours for the discount to get the 25% off. Being here with other trying to do what I'm doing helps. Trading is a lonely life. Yeah, trading is lonely, bro. Yeah, trading, if you really think about it, and this is not to say that what we do is boring, but trading can be boring. You're sitting on the charts, you're sitting there trying to figure it out. That's why being in communities and doing it with like-minded people that are trading like you, it helps. Because just imagine if we had nothing like this and we were just sitting here, everyone just sitting here by themselves, by their lonesome on their trading charts. Think about that. It is somewhat a little lonely. It's a little lonely, can be a little boring. So I think like things like these live streams, watching Duvier's videos, stuff like that, watching YouTube, it helps. It helps. I think having a live stream to come on every morning, I think that helps a lot. I know it helps me because guess what? If I wasn't doing a live stream, I'd just be here by my lonesome trading, which is cool too, but gives us a little something to look forward to every day, as well as we're all learning and we're all building. And that's the main important thing. So with that said, don't forget, you guys, from March 7th, can you leave the times of the market on the chat, please? And can you leave the times of the market on the chat, please? And thank you. Thank you for your wisdom and direction. Being an example is the best teacher anyone can have. Absolutely. Trying to see. Let me see. Madi Jimenez. Got it. Yeah, Madi Jimenez. My Latin side just kicked in. I had to look at that like, oh, Madi Jimenez. Madi, what are you at? You say, could you leave the times of the market on the chat, please? And thank you. What time, sweetheart? What do you mean? Tell me exactly. I want to make sure I get this right. What times? You mean the times of when each market opens? Let me see if that's what she's talking about. Oh, yes, you can use kill zones as well. Let's do this. I don't use kill zones, but this is another way you can do it, Madi. Look, you can go to Forex Factory and go up here to home. Oh, let me share my screen. My bad, I'm not sharing my screen. Check this out, Madi. So you can go here, right, to home, right? Someone showed me this. Shout out Elevated Veggies. Look, shows you all the markets right here. And it shows you when they end, when they begin, depending on your because when you go in here, you're going to set your region wherever you are, your time zone, whatever time zone you are, and then those times will be conducive to these times, and then that's how you know when everything starts. So this is conducive to my time because I'm on the West Coast. So Sydney, of course, is Australia. Tokyo is Asia market. London, then our session. And as you can see, they all overlap each other. And it even says it right here. Ends in 1 hour, 58 minutes, your time. That's because, no, that's incorrect. I don't know why this is showing this. This is wrong. It actually just ended now. Let me wait. Yeah, this is 10 a.m. No. London ends at 11 a.m., and which is right now. This is a little off. I don't know why that's off. I'm going to go in here and figure why this is off, but it ends at 11 a.m. And, of course, this ends at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. But yeah, but you can go in here and kind of check the times from there. Got a call to take. Have a great day all. Absolutely. You guys have a great day. Soak It Insider, definitely. Let me jump back over here. If you're interested in getting your TF accounts, you have until March 17th was the beginning to the end of the month, March 31st. And after that, that special account is going to be gone. If you decide to get your accounts, you can use my code down below. It's TRENDTEF. It's case sensitive. So you have to input it just the way that it's spelled in my little rolling bar, like London session, Asia session. I got you, Marty. Or you can also scan right here, and it'll take you right there. But let me show you. Right here, Marty. Let me go back to my screen share. So, boom. All right. This kind of gives you an idea, but so for my time frame, right? So what I can tell you is, let me type it in, like London and Asia session. Okay. So let's see here. For me, Asia session opens at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes. 5? Yes, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm typing this in for you so you'll see it in the chat. London session opens at 11 p.m. PST. Let's see here. And that's our overnight session. Then, of course, let me go back in here. And New York session opens at, and this is for futures. New York session opens at 6:30 a.m. I have like this little detailed little thing. I'll find it. It's somewhere down in all my educational stuff. I'll find it, and then I'll pop it up tomorrow as well, so everyone can take a screenshot and have it, and be done. And you can just screenshot and you can just put it up on your charts. But there you go, Marty. Yep. Asia session opens at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. London session opens at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. New York session opens at 6:30 a.m. Of course, that's PST as well, because I'm in Cali. And boom, that was for the PST. That was for the previous my previous message. But yeah, for everyone that joined in on the chat today, I really appreciate y'all as always. Joined in on the live today. Everyone that engaged in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow's Friday. If you made some money today, close your charts. You you know what I'm saying? You were green. Let that go. And then I'm just gonna show this before we jump off. That's why it's very important to follow your trade strategy, because as you see now, this trade is going in the direction that it's supposed to go. I would have been in the trade for about a couple of hours. No harm, no foul. But when you set your entry right, you set your stop loss right, and you do everything correct, the trade usually will hit. So had I did everything right and not made any mistakes, this trade would have been a profitable trade. As you can see, boom, there it is. Hit the daily level. It would have hit I would have trimmed my position somewhere around here. I'd have been in on one runner, but even still, the daily level would have been my ultimate target. So with that said, it's always important to take your trade, make sure you're implementing your trade strategies correctly. Don't make no mistakes, and then you don't bear the burden of your mistake. But at the end of the day, I appreciate all y'all being here once again. I'm glad I was able to bring some value to everyone. Like I said, everyone that made money, glad that y'all made money today. If you haven't already liked me up, please hit me up with them free likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It helps push the content out. Thank y'all for being here. Let's stay on this ride together. And let's look forward to another day tomorrow, man. Friday, we got another day. One more day before, and one more day before we end the week. Hopefully, we can end the week green, and we'll go from there. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Yes, bro. I didn't do it yesterday. I'm going to do it right now. Thanks again for letting me know, Benjamin. I appreciate you, brother. My Puerto Rican brother. That's what's up. You're welcome, Ray. Thank you, Dilson. I appreciate that, my guy. So check this out. Shout out to our co-founders of the Edge Funder, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And everybody have a blessed remainder of your day. Go on, if you're done with trading, go on, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Go on, you did your trade thing today, shut it down. Go on and enjoy your life for the rest of the day. It's cool to get up off the charts. Other than that, we'll be here same time, same Trade Genius channel. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.